This new Chinese AI agent is insane. You're wasting time waiting for ChatGPT to load. You're trusting big tech with every image you upload. You're paying monthly fees for features you could run for free. Meanwhile, this Chinese AI just dropped and it's beating GPT-4o at its own game on your phone right now. A team from China just released an AI model that's not only matching GPT-4o, it's actually beating it on multiple benchmarks. And here's the crazy part. It runs entirely on your phone. No cloud, no subscriptions, no sending your data to OpenAI. Just pure local AI power that you control. Let me show you what makes this so different from everything else out there. So this model is called MiniCPM-V 4.5, and there's also a newer version called MiniCPM-O 4.5 that adds voice capabilities. It comes from OpenBMB, which is a research lab in China, and when I first heard about it, I thought it was just another hype model. You know how it goes? Every week there's a new model claiming to be the next big thing, but then I actually looked at the benchmarks and my jaw dropped. This thing has 8 billion parameters for the vision model and 9 billion for the Omni model with voice. That's tiny compared to GPT-4o. But on OpenCompass, which tests 8 different benchmarks for vision and language tasks, MiniCPM-V 4.5 scored 77.2 on average. GPT-4o latest? It scored lower. Gemini 2.0 Pro? Lower. Even Qwen 2.5 VL with 72 billion parameters, 9 times bigger, it still loses to this little 8 billion parameter model. Now, you might be thinking, okay, cool, another benchmark winner, but here's where it gets really interesting. Stick with me, because the actual features of this thing are what make it insane. First, let's talk about video understanding. Most AI models struggle with video because every frame you add explodes the token count. MiniCPM-V 4.5 uses something called a unified 3D resampler that compresses 6 video frames from 1,536 tokens down to just 64 tokens. That's a 96 times compression rate. What does that mean for you? It can watch and understand video at 10 frames per second, in real time, on your phone. You can point your camera at something, ask it questions, and it's analyzing the video feed as it happens. And the OCR capabilities are genuinely next level. MiniCPM-V 4.5 handles images up to 1.8 million pixels at any aspect ratio using 4 times fewer visual tokens than other models. It beat GPT-4o on OCR Bench and ranks first on OmniDoc Bench for PDF parsing among general multimodal models. Handwritten notes, complex tables, multi-column documents, even messy PDFs where text is all over the place. It handles it all. But here's what really sold me on this. There's a hybrid thinking mode. You can switch between fast thinking for quick responses and deep thinking for complex problems. Fast mode gives you instant answers with really good performance. Deep mode takes a bit longer but solves harder problems with better accuracy. You control which mode based on what you need. That's not just a feature. That's actually understanding how people use AI in real life. Now let's talk about the newest version, MiniCPM-O 4.5, because this is where things get wild. This version adds full duplex multimodal live streaming. The model can see, listen, and speak all at the same time without blocking. Unlike ChatGPT's voice mode, where you speak, it listens, processes, then responds, MiniCPM-O 4.5 is truly conversational, like talking to an actual person who can see what you're doing while you talk. It supports bilingual real-time speech in English and Chinese with configurable voices and voice cloning. The voice quality is natural with proper rhythm, stress, and pauses. It doesn't sound robotic. The cloning performance actually beats strong text-to-speech tools like Cozy Voice 2. And beyond just responding to questions, MiniCPM-O 4.5 can do proactive interaction. It can watch what's happening through your camera and actually initiate conversations, remind you of things, comment on what it sees. It's not just reactive. When I first started learning about local AI models, I was completely overwhelmed. Which models actually work? Which ones are just hype? How do you even set them up? That's when I found this community called AI Profit Boardroom, with over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now let's get into the technical side. This is open source. completely free. You can download it right now. There are several ways to run MiniCPM-V 4.5. The easiest option is Allama, which makes running local AI models super simple. Just install it, pull the model, and you're good to go. Works on CPU, so you don't even need a fancy GPU. For more control, use it with transformers in Python. The model is on Hugging Face under OpenBMB / MiniCPM-V4_5. For limited VRAM, they offer quantized versions. The T4 version runs on just 4 to 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Most powerful multimodal models need 20 plus gigs. This runs on a mid-range gaming laptop. They have 16 different quantized sizes available in GGUF and AWQ formats. For production use, you can use VLLM or SGLang for high throughput and memory efficiency. There's also a WebUI demo you can run locally. And on iOS, they have an optimized app for iPhone and iPad. You can run this entire multimodal AI locally on your phone. No internet needed after you download it. The privacy implications are massive. Medical records, legal documents, financial statements. With Cloud AI, you're uploading all of that to someone else's servers. With MiniCPM-V 4.5, nothing leaves your device. You're not giving Google or OpenAI access to your private information. You're not waiting for server responses. You're not paying per token. You own the entire pipeline. And because it's open source, you can fine-tune it for specific use cases with LLama Factory or transformers. Medical imaging, legal document analysis, your specific industry needs. That level of customization is impossible with closed models. The performance is genuinely competitive. On MMHalBench, which tests for hallucination rates, MiniCPM-V 4.5 outperformed GPT-4o. Lower hallucination rates mean you can trust what it tells you. For video understanding on benchmarks like Video MME, LV Bench, and Motion Bench, it's achieving state-of-the-art performance while using that 96 times compression on video tokens. Now let's talk about real-world applications. Document digitization. Boxes of old paperwork? Point your phone camera at each page and extract all the text. Understand the structure, organize it into a database. Handwritten meeting notes transcribed perfectly. Complex forms with tables parsed accurately. Video analysis for content creators. Feed raw footage and ask it to summarize what happens, identify key moments, generate descriptions for accessibility, all locally without uploading hours of video to a cloud service. We don't have to choose between powerful AI and privacy. We don't have to pay monthly subscriptions for capabilities we can run ourselves. This is open source AI at its best, built by a research team that genuinely wants to push the field forward and make it accessible. Not locked behind paywalls, not restricted by usage limits. If an 8 billion parameter model can beat 72 billion parameter models and match GPT-4o, what happens when they scale this up? What happens when the community starts fine-tuning it for specialized tasks? What happens when more developers build applications on top of it? We're entering an era where local AI is not just viable, it's competitive, where your phone is powerful enough to run models that were considered impossible to run outside a data center just a couple years ago. If you're curious about this model, check it out. The GitHub repo is linked below. The Hugging Face page has all the downloads. Their cookbook has tutorials for every skill level. Spend an hour playing with it. Test it against whatever you're currently using. That's it for today. MiniCPM-V 4.5 and MiniCPM-O 4.5, a Chinese AI model that's beating GPT-4o on benchmarks, running entirely on your phone. Open source, free, private, and genuinely impressive.